Welcome to Bungalows for Bachelors, perforated shear walls versus segmented shear walls. These are two methodologies that prove that our house isn't going to fall over when it's got lateral loads, whether it's seismic or wind. They're two different ways of looking at your wall and proving that it's good. So if we have A and B, two identical walls, we got a door, a beautiful little window, and let's say a bigger window over here. Same wall over here. We got a door, same window, same bigger window. Okay. So perforated, well, that's a letter B. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't be teaching. All right. Perforated shear wall versus segmented shear wall. All right. So the basic premise here is in the perforated shear wall approach, you are going to put structural sheathing panels, a plywood or OSB, all the way around your house. You're just going to cover all your walls with it. You're going to cut it up into pieces, however you need to put it on. You're going to cover it all up, follow some basic rules, put it on, and nail it in a certain way. You're good to go. The perforated shear wall approach says, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sheathe my whole house, all the walls and all the roof. And I'm going to basically check and prove that a few certain areas are done just right in a certain way, and I will allow myself to, I will count those areas and those pieces and prove that those pieces give me enough strength that I'm good to go. Versus segmented shear wall is in my wall, I need to know that I don't really care. I don't have to sheathe the whole house. I could put that thermoply cardboard junk on the whole house if I wanted to. But I know that in certain sections, if I put a strong shear wall or a strong lateral strength element in certain places in my wall, I'm still good to go. But I didn't sheathe the whole thing. So we're going to look at it in terms of segments. So let's say that's a 4-foot chunk. And let's say that's a 4-foot chunk. And let's say that's a 4-foot chunk. Okay. So the biggest difference here is, and you could do, for segmented shear wall, you could fully sheathe your house and use the segmented shear wall approach, but it'd be kind of silly because you have a whole bunch of extra strength there that you're not accounting for. So when I have 4-foot, 4-foot, and 4-foot, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm saying, all right, in A, I know I'm going to put a full sheathing panel right here, big old sheet. And I'm going to put one right here, and I'm going to put one right here, okay? So those are the ones that I need for my distances and everything. So I got that, and all the other area is sheathed as well. I put sheathing over everything else. It's all covered up, okay? Now, option B is I've got the same panel, and the same, well, this doesn't necessarily mean it's the same exact panel, but the premise is here that on option B here with the segmented shear wall, I don't really care what's here. I'm pretending there's nothing there. So what that's going to mean is it's going to mean that the 4-foot panels that I'm dealing with here, and here are going to be held to higher standards. They're going to be required to be stronger or have more of them than the 4 panels that are in option A here, and here. So in most cases, it's a good idea to just do the perforated shear wall because there's way more benefits to fully sheathing your house with a sheathing OSB or plywood than just the wind strength. In most cases, the segmented shear wall approach is applied when you're trying to cut costs in that, and you really want to use a cheaper product like Thermoply. The cardboardy products, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that name, but whatever. So the products that are not as strong as the sheathing products. So as the wood structural sheathing panel products. So when you save money and not cover your whole wall with it, and then you just beef up a few spots, okay, maybe that's worth it in the long run, but you lose some other quality things there. So all of my designs that I've always done were perforated shear wall. To understand why it's called that, what it's doing is it's treating the doorways as perforations. So it's like my whole wall is sheathed, but I made a perforation right here, and I made a perforation right here, and I made a perforation right here. But the whole wall is sheathed. That's basically how they approach it, versus the segmented shear wall, which is I got a wall, and the only segments that I care about are right here, and right here. So that's how it treats it. So I prefer the perforated shear wall because it's going to be a lot easier. You're going to have a bunch of better quality things in terms of home building anyway, and you're going to be held to lesser design requirements, because it's just you've got so much other strength built into the structure that it's a lot easier to get this strategy accomplished and to prove the house is going to be okay. So those are the differences: perforated shear wall versus segmented shear wall.